Ducati Panigale V4 2023, Technical and Electronic Updates. Ducati Panigale V4 continues its evolution for model year 2023 with the introduction of a series of electronic improvements that make the bike even easier and more intuitive for riders of all levels. The Ducati Panigale V4 family is the maximum expression of the continuous exchange of information and technologies from the world of racing to production bikes, and with the 2023 version, it continues its annual development path, just as happens with the Ducati course prototypes. The Panigale V4 project fully represents the uniqueness of a brand that works so that everything designed for competitions can then land on motorcycles intended for enthusiasts. Ducati Panigale V4 2023, Maximum Performance. With the 2022 model, the Panigale V4 has made the most significant evolution since the launch year, with an improvement that affected every aspect of the bike: aerodynamics, ergonomics, engine, chassis, and electronics. On the 2023 version of the Panigale V4, Panigale V4S, and Panigale V4 SP2, the step forward is realized with the adoption of an updated electronic package, capable of further increasing the driving feeling and performance on the track. To improve stability, precision, and directionality in braking and corner entry phases and allow the rider to define more precisely the best electronic setup on each circuit, the Panigale V4 23 receives the new Engine Brake Control (EBC) Evo 2 software. This software features a different gear-by-gear calibration on each of the 3 selectable levels. A new strategy has been developed to optimize the intensity of the engine brake in relation to the load on the rear axle. In the first braking phase, when there is little load on the rear tire, the EBC Evo 2 provides less engine brake, then increases it as you approach the center of the corner, where the intervention of the engine brake makes the greatest contribution in slowing down the bike and closing the line. Ducati Panigale V4 2023, with DQS electronic shifting. Thanks to this modification, which guarantees a more balanced intervention of the control on the engine brake in all driving conditions, the blocking of the rear wheel in the most demanding braking sections is also reduced. The Panigale V4 23 also receives a new strategy for the Ducati Quick Shift, DQS, which improves the fluidity of shifting at every degree of opening of the accelerator, both when the latter is partialized and when it is completely open, facing differently the 2 different situations. When shifting to partial gas, an injection cut of the previous strategy is passed to a reduction in advance, smoothing the shifting in road use thanks to the absence of engine shutdowns and restarts. In fully open throttle shifting, typical of track use, the DQS strategy continues to take advantage of the injection cut but is refined with an evolution of the torque return phase that guarantees more stability to the bike and a more homogeneous thrust, and therefore more profitable in lap time. To these changes is added an unprecedented cooling fan control strategy, able to offer better management of operating temperatures and greater thermal comfort for the rider already at the typical speeds of road use. This update also reduces the heat buildup typical of the conclusion of track sessions. The enhancement package for 2023 is complemented by refinement of Ducati traction control, DTC, and ride-by-wire strategies. The first has evolved to make the action of the traction control even more accurate as a function of the lean angle, while the second improves the connection between the torque required by the rider and the torque actually delivered. These refinements follow Ducati's philosophy of constant product development, ensuring regular growth to always offer the best level of performance, usability, and comfort. The updates, available on Panigale V4, V4S, and V4 SP2 2023, will also be accessible to all owners of Panigale V4, Panigale V4S, and Panigale V4 SP2 2022 through a simple intervention that can be carried out at a Ducati service starting from the end of July.